I do care. I care about a lot.
Caring is exactly what Diane Crawford says led her to serve the Juniata County School District and subcontract with Rohrer Bus.
I don't know what else to do. I get Medicare and Medicaid now and SNAP. I had to go on antidepressants because of this.
Crawford says her contract with Rohrer Bus came to a halt on February 1st after she put up this sign which read, "Out of respect to English-only students, there will be no speaking Spanish on this bus."
I didn't mean to be racially insensitive or anything like that.
Crawford claims she never got to explain that the sign was put up to encourage safe and respectful behaviors and was directed at a bilingual student who allegedly had a history of riling up other students.
I didn't know if he was bullying somebody, telling them to do something they shouldn't do. How do you keep control of your bus if you have no control?
The district and Rohrer Bus writing in a joint statement today that the investigation had finished quickly after Crawford admitted to installing the note, writing, quote, "The relevant facts of the situation were fully known and discussed among district and Rohrer leadership, and that it was, quote, determined that the conduct did not align with the standards and expectations for student transportation."
Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha, and cry me a fucking river. The reason I say that is because, like, it's racist people is just a certain type of stupid. Like, you shouldn't have to be told that shit. Not only that, she had a contract with the school system, and the fact that she wasn't thinking, you should have got fired, right? You on Medicaid, you need your prescriptions filled, you need your all this shit going on, your disability, you got to work a certain amount of hours to receive your disability. You stupid. You should have been fired, right? And I know people are going to say that's cold, and there's going to be some racists that's going to be in the comment section talking about, see, this is why there's black fatigue, and that's why it's not, you shouldn't be guilty, or you shouldn't have white guilt and all this dumb shit, right? Yeah, nobody says that white people gotta have white guilt. Just put that out there. I don't know who's fucking like making this narrative that JD Vance and all these GOP right-wing racists is talking about. There's nothing wrong with being white. Like, there isn't. No one said there was. There is a problem with you being fucking racist right now. She's talking about how could you have control of your bus if you don't have control of things. Ma'am, it's not your duty to tell people they can't speak their native language. Now, me personally, when I'm out and about, and I'll be personal, I kind of like don't like when people speak their language, right? Not because them speaking their language bothers me necessarily. I don't like when people speak it because it's like, what the fuck did you come here for? Like, you just came up here to set up shop? That's weird. And on top of all, it shows a resistance to being acclimated to the terrain that you're in. Like, if I go to Mexico, I'm gonna learn how to speak Spanish, not because like I really want to, but because I fucking need to. Like, if you can't understand what's going on around you, like me personally, I just wouldn't want to be in that environment. That's just me. I would not want to be in an environment where I can't understand what the fuck people saying, because not being able is bad enough that not being able to understand what people saying could put you in harm's way. Like, I want to see it when it's coming. If somebody's talking about robbing or killing or whatever to me, like, I don't want to be in the dark. I want to be able to get the heads up, or at least, you know what I'm saying, know how to, I'm a, like, I don't know, ward it off or something. But that's why it bothers me, because it just shows a lack of acclimation. Not assimilation necessarily, right? But acclimation. You should become acclimated to where you're at. If not, you could stay where you're at. Like, but, and then on top of all that, like, if you're a first generation or a second generation or third generation and you don't speak English, that's problematic, because, like, you know it. But she's on a school bus. She probably thought they was talking about knifing her. So she want to get the heads up. So speaking English for her is imperative. But me personally, I don't think she should have put a sign up. Okay, you don't like that they don't speak English on your bus. I get it. I got no problem with that. But going as far as to make a sign, nah, that's some stupid racist shit, and you need to be called out for that, because that's not your position or your place. Your job is to take the kids home. That is it. That is all. I don't understand why some people just can't play their fucking role. Like, in life, this is just your role, bro. Just play your role. So should have been fired for that, because and on top of all that, like, she could kick all that shit. She not racist and I didn't mean it, and them big ass crocodile tears. Look, nobody's buying that shit. You said it. I'm a firm believer when you say something, you meant that shit. That's why I am very particular on what I say to people. I don't say things that I'm gonna have to later on take back, because one, it shows you're either stupid, or two, you said it but you're mad because of the consequences that you had to face therein after. And yeah, I don't think that you should be able to just spew shit or write racist shit or coded stuff, trying to, I don't know, put people in a certain light. Or she, and then on top of all that, I didn't like her wording, right? How you gonna have control over your bus if you don't have control? Ma'am, this is a problem in America, especially with racists. They feel like they have to have control over shit. Earth to the nerd, you don't have to have control over things, you fucking narcissist. Let it go. Some things are beyond your control and should be. Trying to control shit in every single situation makes you a fucking narcissist. And yeah, we don't need people that's like that, being in guardianship of our kids. So, and then on top of all that, like, you live long enough, you know what a motherfucker racist. I'm at the point in time in life, I don't need people to tell me they're racist. Like, I'm not stupid. I know when you're racist. And you know what I'm saying? It's by what you say. It's about what you do. Whether coded or not. Like, I'm that intelligent, I can pick up on coded shit, right? You can't just say shit and then get busted and talking about, I didn't mean it. Then why the fuck did you do it? Either way, this is the problem with racists. They don't use a lot of like critical thinking. Either that or they lying. Either way, if you're a liar or a person not using critical thinking, yeah, you need to be the fuck out of here, right? We don't, like, that's the problem in America. We don't need a lot of people or anybody in society, in the workforce, not using critical thinking skills. You're a grown ass person. So hope she got her unemployment. But on some real shit, like, yeah, nah, you gotta, she basura. Get her up out of here. In any event, if you like this episode, like, comment, and subscribe. Oh, and after the first, I know I've been saying this for the last couple of months, I will be doing lives on Wednesday. So if you want to talk to me directly instead of doing whole ass trolling, you can. I don't run, taking all challengers. So, and then the comment sections will be turned off. So then there's that. In any event, if y'all like this episode, you know what to do, and I'm out. No.